Hello, it's Hazy and welcome to my channel. Right, today we're going to make let's get started. Right, I've got some brads. That's the only colour I've got, so that'll have to do. Just got the gold ones. Right, and got a little flower punch. We're going to be using that. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel. Give me a good thumbs up, thank you. Right, today we're going to make some flowers using the paper that we made earlier, using the, well, earlier, it'll be yesterday. We're going to be making flowers using the jelly pad. Yeah, I think it's a jelly pad. Using the stuff we made earlier. I don't think these are the actual ones. These are sort of ones I made yesterday. As far as I know, I can't remember. I've made so many. Right, so I'm going to make a square. Not a massive square. We're not going to make huge flowers. I'm just I'm just cutting. Right, so okay, so let's make it about, let's have a look. Let's get measuring. Let's move those out of the way. Let's try and measure. Shall we make it about 3-inch square? Yeah. Let's make a 3-inch square. Be interesting to see how big the flower comes up because you have to cut quite a bit off. Right, 1, 2, 3. Right. 1, 2, 3. Somebody's ringing up. Right, there we go. Piece of book page, which could be some of this dictionary, French dictionary. Yay, French dictionary. It really smells really vintagey. Yeah, that sort of musty book smell. Looks like I'm going to be able to cut 2 at once. Right, I'm going to do some a little bit less. Let's say 2.5 inches. So that'll be there. I don't know why I'm doing it like this. What you normally do is obviously there's little snippets of caramel coloured paper. Is it caramel colour? It's probably not even caramel colour. It's sort of like an off-white. Right, so I'm going to make a 2.5-inch square ish. I was watching somebody make a 5 point, no it's not, that's not 2.5, that's nearly 3. So now I'm going to waste a bit of book page. Right, let's just do it like, let's do it like we're supposed to. Right there. I'll just cut a bit off. There. Oh, useless. Oh, useless. There. So I cut it off there and cut it off there. Let's see if that's made it 2.5. I don't know. Let's have a look. That's not even 2.5, is it? Ooh. I don't know. It's 2.5. Oh, I'm cutting some music notes off. Never mind, we probably will anyway. Right then, so for this is the actual thing I jelly press. So that's not a copy. That's the actual thing. Right, for these flowers, this is for a 5-petaled flower. Now I was watching Joey DeFee do this. Right, let me start again, just in case you didn't see it. Let me start again because I'm not sure you saw that because I was over there somewhere. Right, so what I'm doing is you fold the piece of paper in half, so you've got the folded edge at the bottom facing you, and then you fold this folded corner, make sure it's the folded one, up 1/3 of the way down, approximately this line here. Okay, and then I am folding this piece of paper, this side here, backwards first, turn it back again, and then that's a kite shape now. So join that edge of the kite shape to this edge of the kite shape, folding as much as you can down the middle, so it's some sort of a point, well, ish a point. It doesn't matter if it isn't a point actually, because that bit isn't actually important. what is important is this thing there. So what this level there's a bit like an ice cream cornet there. So you don't cut any further than this, the top of your ice cream cornet, which is this bit there, look. Okay, and it's on both sides. Right, let's see. I'm going to cut a sort of a very arched semicircle. Oops, hold on. I'm getting, and I've got really strong scissors. So you probably need some really strong scissors if you were cutting the paper I was cutting. Right, let's open it up. And there we are. That is a 5-petaled flower. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 if you want to count it like that, but 5 petaled. Now if you want to go in again and make them look a bit more defined, you cut a bit further down this edge, so it looks more like a petal. You know those heart-shaped petals you can get on flowers? Looks a bit like more of those. So you cut a bit further down on the and I'm cutting off all the little extras. I'm not cutting two there, so just cutting this edge you've got here. That's the one of the sides. Okay, so we've got little heart-shaped, should have little heart-shaped petals now, theoretically. That's more like it. Right then, for the next one, we do the same thing. We're going to fold that in half, one of those in half with our folded edge towards us. Take that edge, that folded edge there, and put it towards that third of the way down that folded edge there. That folded edge, not a folded edge, that open edge there. So there's an open edge there, and you've got your open edge this side, and you've got your folded edge towards there. Okay, so again I'm going to turn it over and fold this piece in first. This is a lot thinner paper than the other one. Right, and then turn it back, and then we've got our kite shape. So we draw our one corner to this corner and making it, seeing we can make a point as possible on the bottom there. And whoops, and there we go. And so now you've got your ice cream cone with two sets of ice cream. We're going to ignore the ice cream, we're just going to cut the cone. And as I said, and if we got it that way around, we should be able to cut a little bit further. Remember, we cut a little bit further down this one than we do down the other one. So basically quite a bit further down. Have I done that? I can't see. Can't see until I open it. You can't always tell what you've done until you've opened it. Let's try. Right, there we go. So there we go. So that one goes on top of that one, but I don't think that's quite as pretty as the other one, is it? So I'm going to cut it a little bit further down, actually, on both sides. Right, whichever way it was. Yeah, I could just fold back into the folds as much as possible. Right, so we were this, looks like we were this way around. That's got the deeper cut. So I'm going to go a little bit deeper there, and a little bit deeper there, but I think I'm going even more deep on this one because I'll see what happens. Okay, so open that again, there we go. Right, so we can go and put that one in there. Well, we haven't finished yet because these flowers do carry on. Mine are quite large, so I'm going to try and make them about 2¼ inch squares now. Measuring on my mat there. Measuring on my mat. Right, okay, 2½, that's 2½, so I'm going to cut it down a little bit more in a minute, because we want to get it right. Because we've got to go down, otherwise it doesn't look, you can't see your flower very well. So that's about 2½ inches, is it? Yeah. So cut a little bit down, a little bit down. Right, so there we go. So that's about I don't think it matters if it's not a complete square, because anyway, I'm going to fold that up to there. Look, it's not even a complete square, is it? Let's see what happens if it's not a complete square. I mean, you can sort of fold it over very neatly and cut the square out like that. That's what most people seem to do, but I'm too lazy to do that, so I didn't. So I'm again putting it to the third of the way up, squeezing that really down, the edge down there. This is that thick paper again. So now I'm going to turn it round and fold that edge in. So I'm folding the edge on my left down, so it's flush with this one. And oops, that's it. I'm getting the edge of my kite into the other edge and trying to make that into more of a point, not bothering about that too much because that's going to be cut off. And I'm going to flatten that down. Okay, and now I can't remember, I think it's this side. So the more flat side is the side I think you cut down on. I'm not sure. Anyway, I don't think it matters too much as long as you cut them. Right, these are those really, I've got really strong scissors. I chose these specially. Right, and then I'm going to cut a bit down on there because obviously we want that pretty heart shape, don't we, for our flowers. I'm going to cut down a little bit more. There we go. And sorry about my not used to my little noises. Oh, that's not made a very pretty petal there, has it? Let's get that down a bit more. Okay, there we go. So that comes down a bit more like this. Okay, those little noises are part of me, by the way. if you're not used to them. Right, so that should be another 5 petal flower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's another one. So that one goes inside there. I'm going to put that in there. Right, I'm going to do another newspaper one. Not a newspaper, sorry, a dictionary one. And this is going to be about 2 inches. So now 2 inches. Right then, let's get that 2 inches down. Okay, so we're going to cut along here nicely like that, and then again 2 inches. I'm too lazy to do it like you normally do. Right, okay, so now we push that into there like that. Okay, and that's your little, you've got a little fold at this end. Can you see? Yes, you can see. So and that corner goes into there like this. 2/3 of the way up. So you've got your fold at the bottom there. Ooh, French words, and I can read them there. Right, so that's interesting to me. I love French, as I've always keeps telling you. Right, so this time I'm going to follow. So as usual, I'm going to fold this one back. So turn it over, get it nice and flush with that edge there, and our kite shape folds up, not bothering about that, but making sure more or less that one's in a point rather than anything else. Right, so we've got a flat edge there. This is the one I'm going to cut a little bit more than the other. I don't know if it'd be better to cut. Oh, I think you can do either, but this is the one I'm choosing. I'm going to go no further than the top of my ice cream cone piece. If that's not obvious, if you do this, it will be. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Right, and ooh, did it. And let's see. Yeah, a nice heart shape. Heart shape. Yeah. That's it. It's 5 petals, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I keep wondering about 5 petals. That was 2-inch one, but it does seem a bit big, doesn't it, compared with. I don't know whether to cut it down just a little bit more. Let's cut it down. So I think it's a good idea just to cut that one down. So just follow the fold. No, I've not done that correctly. That goes there. That's it. Right, okay, and I don't know which one was the flat one. That was the, I can see I've cut that one a little bit more. So I'm going to just round that off again. So we've got our little petals, our tiny little petals. getting smaller and smaller as we go along, but this is the last one. But unless, but I have got a punch which I'm going to use for the middle. I'm going to use a flower punch for the middle and a brad. Got a 5-petal flower punch. I'm going to punch out the one I introduced you to now in the beginning. Right, so there. So we've got a nice flamboyant flower. So I'm going to get my 5-petaled flower, which is this one. I've not got many punches, and I don't think, oh, you can take it off. I was going to say, there's one of them you can't take it off. So I'm going to put most flower out of that and place it in the middle. Right, so now I'm going to make in every little, yeah, I need my sorry. I did use a little punch thing to make holes with. I found it very difficult, so that it's very clear where your middle is there. It's all the ones that join up in the middle. And it when I did it wrong anyway, when I didn't do it in the correct place last night when I was making some of these, it didn't matter. So perhaps it doesn't matter that much if it's not completely in the middle. It didn't seem to anyway. Obviously, if you're using book pages, they can be quite delicate. That one's not too bad at all. And I'm making one in there. Now I'm making one in there. I'm going to glue it afterwards to make sure they stay in the same position. Right, this one's going to be quite difficult. Perhaps you need something to put it through. I'm going to, oops. Yay. Has that done it? See, that's not even in the middle. That's not going to look perfect, is it? Now, where did I not get that in the middle? So either that or punch out another one. Right, that'll have to do. So we've sort of got it into the middle there. Right then, so we get one of our, I'm going to get the biggest brads. So I've got some huge brads in here. Huge brads, my hugest. Hugest brads. Right, oh no, I've just locked it, not opened it. Right, so this one, I'm putting through the, oh, that's quite a good shape for that. So I'm putting that as far as I can in my, alright, where am I? Am I in the plate? Am I not in line? I can't see because obviously the light's in the way. Right, so that one goes in there. And next size up goes in there. So these flowers are let's measure them, because don't forget we did say, because I think they come out quite big, don't they? So they're not much less than 3 inches, look, are they? Even though you cut loads and loads off, all the corners off, they're not much less. Right, now we're up onto a dictionary page, and now we're going for the end. Right, okay, so now the best thing is to do is to get those in-betweens like this. So they're all in between, and sometimes they do move, so you have to be very patient. Very very difficult. Right, if it doesn't go in the middle, which this isn't actually, don't worry about it too much, because we can do our best and it's going to look fine. You are sure it's going to look fine because you made it, and I think that's fine. Right, so I'm going to glue some of these petals down in a minute. First of all, I'm going to attempt to put the brad edges. We're going to make the poor thing do the splits, aren't we? That's what we tend to do. Right, so let's like that, like this, like that. Right then, let's just check where in the sometimes my brother watches this, so hello Adrian if you're watching. I don't know, but hopefully Robin will watch as well. But that's funny. It's funny to think it'd be the other way around, really, wouldn't you? Well, you wouldn't, but I would. Where did I put my glue? I did bring it in. I've got my glue, don't worry, we've got our glue. This is the one where I need a magnet and I can't get my magnet to stay on. I've got some little magnets and they won't stay on. So now let's glue these so they don't move. Right, so I'm putting a little tiny dot of glue on there. It's quite nice to see them loose, I think. See the pages sort of lifted up, but you want them to stay in the right position, don't you? Although I suppose you could make some out of really strong paper. So if you made them all out of really strong paper and then didn't glue them and people could twizzle them as much as they liked, that'd be quite nice in a journal. That's going to glue onto that. I don't know, I'm just gluing a little bit down, so I don't know, just I think it could, I suppose it might be better to glue a bit further round, but I do want to see them. It shouldn't move now. So I hope you like my little flower. That's my idea anyway. Anyway, I do hope you like this video. Please, if you do, it will help me a great deal if you can like this video. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Share this video and subscribe to my channel, please. It will help loads if you like my videos. Thanks very much for watching, and it was lovely to have you here, and goodbye. Thank you.